Hey guys, this is Kevin, Cyber's channel, also Team Neo Beyond. I am going to try to showcase a Tachikaze premium deck profile featuring Nebros, the card from premium collection that kind of makes this a little bit a glass cannon. So yeah, I'll try to be as sufficient and somewhat coherent as I can. I picked up Tachikaze's like two months ago exactly. So, but then in standard I had it a little longer. But yeah, we're gonna start with 4 Gigarex from the V set. We're running this newer-ish type of build where you can use equip gauge to with your strides. So you want this as your primary grade 3 ride target. And then honestly, you draw enough cards in your deck, you can try to go Progenitor if you need to. You fight those pesky Excel clans that have too much of a board for you to deal with. You have so much draw, and not draw, but like you generate a lot of cards in your hand to make options if you live long enough. I'm running 2 Savage King. This is really a little bit controversial since a lot of builds I see run 1, but he's really good to consolidate your equip gauge and put it under him for the next turns, and try to protect him as well if you can. It's not what I usually recommend since people are going to go after something that's kind of build, but if you have them scattered for the next turn, you try to go into Nebros. This guy's really good. I'm running 2 Arzine. Just some good support Engorge gave us, or presumably, in my perception, gave Tachikaze. This is really solid, I believe, and you probably could use a lot of counterblasts, so just use your resources and make your stack if you need to. It kind of solves the problem of you decking out, but not really. It just allows you to function a little bit better. So that's what we do. I'm running 3 Tom on Engorge, so fortunately, Nebros, after you shard into him, if you're still living, you can turn this into an instant Tom without having to do the old Engorge cost. And then I'm running another target for your Nebros, I believe, is your Diablo Cannon. So you don't have, so you could possibly make him reappear on an Excel circle or something. He's really solid if you just need multi-attacks, or if you stand him with your Sela stands. For gauge support, I'm running 2 Savage Raider. This is probably a really good number for anyone. 2 Blytops. Any more would make the deck a little slow. And you're actually not, if you absolutely need to plus all of them, then you can. It's not going to come up too much, to be honest, at least for my personal testing. 3 Mega. This is kind of, you probably would bump him up to 4, but if you really prioritize him as your main grade 2 ride, honestly, you can do any grade 2 ride. It's just, this is probably the worst one out of all of them, because you need him to be on rear, or yeah. So anything else could work. And just remember you're on a 9K base with all of these. But Megarex is just really good on those things that are just, if you're going first with your grade 2. Or first going to grade 2, you just sack something and just draw cards. For grade 1s, I'm running 2 Sky Tarot. There's not a lot of grade 1s you can function with. I do very rarely use his ability, but he is there. If you kill him off with a Mega Rex or something, you could just CB 1. Or if your opponent like gives you 2 CB for some reason, he's okay as a card. But as I said, we don't have a lot of viability in grade 1s for Tachis. 2 Strike Fodder. If you want to somehow want to decrease the number of grade 3s, you can add more of them to get more grade 1s in here. That's your option. Also, for more equip gauge support, 3 Lassatera. Very consistent way of paying out your gauge for either you do Neveros and start funneling out. Also a good card to get gauge from, also if you're doing the Sandwich King. Pretty much the main grade 1 you have to generate the equip gauges is Sonic Noah and also the on-hit capability. This is really the kind of like your aggressiveness, where it comes from is with this card. If you're either behind Van or behind a rear guard, this card does some work. But you're usually doing it behind a rear, since that's the most advantage you can. But it also works behind the Van, it's just you're not getting gauge. So these could be grade 1s. This is my personal liking. You could say tech, but it's really you don't see this too much nowadays. Like the old Engorge builds, you absolutely ran this out for, but I'm still liking that old rush kind of thing with Tachikazes. So I'm running this at 2. These could be easily strike fodder. So I mean, as time goes on, like this is actually my fun deck. So yeah, that's all the grade 1s, and these could be grade 1s, but these are 0s. For the lineup of triggers, I'm running Rainbow, the 10k crit from Premium Collection. These Sela Magnum stands, probably the most solid card that you can manipulate in Tachis. It's like stands are really functional if they're printed right. You know, like a lot of these premium builds can flourish with stands. 4 draw PGs to make room for cards you actually need on board. Triggering these late, honestly, kind of moves you closer to decking out and kind of messes up your stack, but you kind of need them. And then 4 heals. G-Zone, it's a little bit simple here. We'll start with 4 Neveros. For guys, if you don't know, what he does is he has the auto Vanguard Engorge ability. Okay, when he comes being engorged, choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards, retire them, and then by cost, flip a card from the G zone. Put a total of 5 rear guards or equip gauges or equip gauges. This is kind of a little errata. You restand this unit if you get up to 5 or get to 5. And then his other ability is the G zone once per turn. When you can flip this card, or if this card is face up, you could Soul Blast 1, put a gauge under a unit, and that unit becomes engorged. So this is a really loaded card, really the glass cannon of what we're trying to do here. And then the rest could just be flip fodder. You actually might not need to go into any of these unless it's a late game thing where you cannot get this off again. So this Gluttony, the OG Gluttony, you probably won't be able to do much unless you just your opponent just doesn't do anything, so to say. They brick, or you know, they let you have free reign. Most of these strides are kind of extra. Devastate is kind of a thing you can go into. It is, you can possibly make a board, almost a board wipe with this card, and it's just the problem card. The problem is that the equip gauges do not work, as you probably already know. They don't work as cards, quote unquote. So yeah, a lot of these are just float fodder. 1 GB8 just in case, and then Gilgal, which has real life situation uses because of XL plans, you know, and you can always use CB. And then for G Guardians, even more simpler. That old G Guardian, you just filler spot. You can run any Cray Elemental G Guardian. The main one is the massive one where you gain 5k for every open circle, and then your defensive one if you happen to have overload a lot of rear guards. So yeah. So that's my project. I am going continuously changing. This list isn't concrete enough for me to just let it go. So then XLs. The most I've been rewritten is probably twice. So probably the most you're able to work with is two XL circles, just to beat face, and try to loop yours. Try to stack your triggers with the engorge units that are featured here. So yeah, that is my Tachikaze premium deck. Like, comment, subscribe. This is, as I said before, something that I play for fun, like memes and trying to make fun of the of the meta. But yeah.